Hello, welcome back to A Roll of the Dice. I'm Rob Stewart from Rob Stewart Photography, and we're going to continue on our series of teaching how to take photographs. Whether it's with a mobile or whether it's with a camera, we can make things and we can enjoy doing that. Now, over the last few weeks, we've looked at lenses, we've looked at lighting, and we've covered most of the ways that we can actually take a photograph. The next part we can do is to make up a set, make up a diorama, somewhere that we can enjoy putting the photos in. So the next couple of weeks we're going to make a project. We're going to use a car, one of these, just a quick one. We're going to use some various bits and pieces of stuff for a diorama, and in particular we're going to use some of this. This is film board, it's easy and cheap to make, and you can make some really good looking things for it. For instance, part of what I'm doing is making a brick wall with a load of graffiti on it. Now that would be great in front of a car, wouldn't it? You'd have a car behind it, you can then light the scene and we can make it at night. So we've got a couple of other things to get. We're going to get some bits and pieces, and we're going to make a diorama that's dimly lit at night, a car parked either by a building of some sort, by a brick wall or in an alley somewhere, so that we can start to put a moody little photograph on there. First of all, we're going to start with a car. These are just cheap little cars, but they look great when you actually set them up. And once you've done that with one diorama, then you can buy toy cars, you can make up the model cars, however you want to do it. You've got the basic set, and then you can work off that. In fact, you can work on some of the smaller things, and later on we'll look at doing something like the Ninja Turtles or something like that, putting them against a background. So let's look over the next couple of weeks. We're going to make up some dioramas, we're going to make up the basics, how to do them, how to paint them, and then how to present and light them. So first of all, we've got our car, and as I said, it's only a small one, it's only a cheap one, it's nice and easy. If you make too many mistakes, it really doesn't matter, but we get the end result of a decent car that's not too far out of the way. Now, the film board, we've already said that's nice and cheap. We're going to, as one of my grandchildren has designed some of this, the graffiti is great because all you need to do is to actually use that is some of those, and you can make some really great designs. So we're going to have a look at that. Some of the other bits and pieces we're going to use is some of this mesh. Now this mesh, once it's been cut and set up like that against a post, can make some really nice wire mesh that will sit there and make some fencing to go into the side of the alley. On top of that, I've also got some photo etched barbed wire, which we can put along the top of that as well. And if we want to do some as well, and we'll prime this off and make some, there's some corrugated metal as well. Lots and lots of different things that we can use. We said I've got a couple of other bits that are on order. So those are some industrial waste bins, some big ones that will sit in with that as well. And you'll see how that all comes together. As you see, we're just going to make a course of bricks. We're not going to worry about the vertical ones, we can do them later on, but just to score into that so we can make a bit of a line in there. Keep them fairly straight, it doesn't matter too much, but if you can do that. And then later on we're going to put a pencil through those lines just to open up the gaps, and so it looks more like bricks. And then as we go along, we'll put some vertical lines in, some vertical courses, and we can then see how the brick is going to look. We move along with making the course of bricks. We're also just going to make a bit of a door into the side of it. We'll put that on a later video as well, so we can put a doorway into our scenarios. You notice that we've completed the bricks. We've got the line marks of it, the outlines of it. We've also sprayed it black, and then we've on the top of that put a brick red, a dark one. You can mix and mingle all as much as you like. It doesn't matter how much you do, but it's the illusion that we're going to get. But just to add to that illusion, also we're just going to put some pale coloured, sandy coloured wash over that so that we can see the mortar bricks inside. Just get a hint of that as well. So there you see the wall. It's been roughed up a little bit, and you've got a hint of mortar in it, but essentially it's going to be a dirty type of look. And what we're going to do with that, we're going to allow that the chance also to put some graffiti on it. Graffiti is easy to do. You want some nice coloured acrylic pens, and you can write exactly what you want. And once you've done that, it looks really cool, especially if you use the bright colours as you would if you were to look at graffiti as we would if we walked around. As we're looking at an alleyway, generally alleyways have got trash. So we're going to look at some trash cans. We've got a couple of the wheelie bins and just a couple of ordinary bins. We're going to make them up, paint them in a sort of an alloy colour, and then discolour them with some of the dirty brown washes that you can use as well. And then we can start looking at what we're going to do with them. You see how they all come together. We're going to add a few wheels on it, a few bits and pieces. We're also going to spray it, weather it down, and then put on a little bit of graffiti. And all that is one of those acrylic paints, and just draw a little bit of squiggles on there, same as you would normally see that. As you bring it down to the level where you're going to start taking photographs of it, you can start to see how things are going to work. The trash cans are going to sit there. They're about the right scale for the models that we're going to use at the moment. We may have to modify them when we get slightly bigger cars, or we're looking at some bigger cars. Just for now, though, this will do very nicely and start to build on that. So there's a start for that. We've got a couple of cars parked in there. It's going to look really good. We're going to be able to fit some of the bits and pieces on there. We're going to be able to make that look. And then when you start putting things like lighting, and that as we will in part 2, then you'll really start to see how this starts to look authentic. And we use the lenses and the lighting as we've seen in previous videos to look at how we're going to do that. So thank you for watching. Please, if you like this, please like and just subscribe. We're going to have another part to this where we start putting rubbish in it, which sounds a bit strange, but that's another side of modelling as well. We've got a couple of large posters and signs to put up on it as well. We'll probably put 2 or 3 more than would normally be, just to show, to illustrate how they are. But thank you for watching. You take care, and I'll see you again soon.